Hello everybody, welcome back to another episode of Hermitcraft Season 7 with me, FalseSymmetry, and today we are on top of our shop here in the shopping district, of course, and a lot of you guys seem to like what I came up with, which is awesome. I might continuously work on this off camera, just in live streams and stuff, so if you guys see this thing change, that is probably why. But I've been trying to think on how I can, oh, you know what? I was gonna say how I can make this spawn proof, but oh, it's not symmetrical. That's fine. A lot of you guys love to point out how if something's not symmetrical, it's false symmetry, so I might as well leave it. But before we do that, I think I should probably grab the bone blocks we mentioned. I completely forgot about the bone blocks at the end of the episode to try and change it around. So let's try that now and see if it looks any better. That looks that little bit better. It just adds that extra texture. Although I can't decide whether or not I prefer this side without the carpets, which means things can spawn, or I tried carpets on this side and it just looks that little bit rougher, but I don't know if it's really like gonna change that much. So I don't know. Vote I guess in the poll above if I add it. Carpet or no carpet. I can't decide. But I know you're wondering, have you had any profit from this yet? And no one has bought a single stack. Now, obviously I haven't completely fully stocked. It actually takes a long while to dye all these. But what I've decided for prices currently is that these are 1 diamond per stack. These are all the colours that you find in a mesa. That's very easy. Although brown as well. Maybe we should add brown over there. And then 2 diamonds over this side. Again, still not loving this, the way I've set it out in here. But that'll be something to work on off camera, like I say. So somewhere near the end of today's episode, I will update you on how this looks. I'm going to work on it a little bit in a live stream and hopefully clear all this mess away and work on this edging here. Once I've done all that, I'll definitely come back to you guys. I did mess around a little bit with this, which hopefully Ren's cool with. I think this could work. I know that the paths might be tweaked by potentially a mare. Currently, I've heard that Mumbo's running. Not sure how I feel about Mumbo being mare though. What do you guys reckon? I think I look more like a mare, but I don't know. I'll think about it. But it would be cool to have the path blocks connect from Stress's shop all the way up here to my mesa shop, Ren's mesa shop, and potentially a new mesa shop by me. Haven't decided what I could sell here yet. If you've got any suggestions, let me know. Something that's going to work with this theme, not necessarily be from the mesa, but something that could definitely work with these kinds of builds here. Anyway, enough about the shopping district. Let's get back to working on this thing. Haha! The plan is to not only work on it a little bit, but also quickly show you guys, look! Haha! New wall has been added. Not quite finished. Again, finishing it on a live stream. But it is almost complete, and I've got a feeling we should maybe hire the boomers to work on it. I don't know if they're going to want to. It is just a massive plain open area, but it would be kind of fun to get that blown up by TNT professionally rather than have me do it partly by hand like I did this area. But that'll be a decision for another time. Today, I actually want to work inside this thing. Speaking of which, I don't actually have a way into it as of yet. I think my only way currently is this one. But I've been thinking about where I might want to add a storage room. Let's quickly land here and speak about it. So looking at this room, it is very cool to have it all completely open, and I do think I want to keep at least the middle section open so you can look down to bedrock from the very top. But I also feel like I need enough floor space for things like storage. So I think what I'm going to do is around this level here, maybe just below this crest sort of thing here, which is of course the green button. I think that's where the first floor is going to be, and that is where I'm going to store all of my stuff. So I guess I better get some blocks together. I think I'm just going to make the floor out of dark grey concrete for now, and then we'll get on with the design afterwards. So before I actually try and build anything, because I'm going to be building on the horizontal, where gravity affects it, not on walls where everything's pillared up, we're going to need some concrete blocks rather than powder. And last time Tango allowed me to use this, so I'm going to assume he's going to allow me to use it again, because I've just got so much powder that just needs converting, and this is the easiest way to do it, because look at this. Oh, no, not when I stand there though. But yeah, this thing is insane when the server isn't laggy, so I think this is going to be our way to go. Oh, and it's super satisfying as well. Gotta love it. So actually placing blocks up here, it tells me just how humongous this place is. I kind of... You know what, I think this is too big. Like, this whole thing as a room for storage is going to be absolutely humongous, right? Like, if all my chests, like, say they're against this wall here, I have a lot of items, yeah, don't get me wrong, but they're not this large. Oh, we might have to make a smaller room within the larger room. I don't know how that's gonna work, but we're gonna have to make it work, because otherwise it's just gonna be an empty hall where I'm gonna shout and it's gonna echo, and I don't know how I feel about that. Right, well, before I completely run out of concrete blocks, this is going to use way more than I have. I have a few stacks left, like maybe like 5 stacks in here. No, not that one. A little bit more than 5 stacks, but yeah, not a lot basically. And I could fill that in, but I want to save these blocks of building, and the storage room is technically going to only be on one side of this room. So I do think I'm going to keep it open, but what I've decided is to have a circle in the middle. Now, I was thinking it could be an oval, but I think a circle is just going to work because that's directly above and that is circular. So if we got our floor down below and we can look up in the centre, then we'll see the big sort of globe at the very top. I am thinking though this needs a little bit of detail, and I wonder, because I want to bring in some cyan terracotta inside. There's none actually inside here. I do wonder if it would be quite nice as like a little border for this. You know what, with some glass or something on that, that could be kind of nice. I've chosen that I'm going to go with dark grey glass just to sort of merge everything in. So I think glass panes around that could be kind of nice. Or we keep it open, but then I probably am going to fall down it by accident, by accidentally backing up and falling off when I'm looking at my storage area. So I think for at least the beginning when we're getting used to this place, a barrier would be good. I've also been staring at this for a while, and I've been thinking we could do something with this, right? Because it is, if I dig it out, yeah, there is room in here, basically. I mean, not a lot of room, granted, but a lot of people have been saying that my base is a bit of an evil lair, right? And I'm all for that, really. I have not said that it isn't in any way, shape, or form. I just haven't, I guess, decided yet. But that... I wonder, do you think we could put water in that and make it an aquarium? I feel like evil lairs need an aquarium, right? You know what? Let me see if I can come up with something. Well, that looks kind of cool, but I think it would look better with some fish and some foliage. Good thing I live in a tropical ocean then, isn't it? So, who wants to volunteer to be in my fish tank? We need the prettiest fish possible. You guys are pretty, and I guess we'll find some others somewhere else. Much, much better. Once that kelp starts growing there and there and there, we should have it looking a little bit better. It'll just hide some of the sea lantern stuff, but we'll put just 4 fish in there for the moment, as well as a pufferfish, just to see how they do. They aren't as bothered by the current as I thought they would be. I've only really put the water at the very, very top, but actually, you know what? They're not really bothered. They're doing that thing where they bounce up and down, but that's not because of that. That's because of how they stick together, I think. But anyway, we'll tweak the fish in there as and when we feel like. But you can see I've had to sort of build this around it because I didn't like it protruding from the wall. It just doesn't feel like it's a safe piece of glass up against the water, you know. It feels like it's going to get pushed out. So I think I'm going to use the concrete that I have saved up, and I'm probably going to go around and build a false wall all along these parts and just sort of give ourselves a bit of a better canvas to work with. And I think, yeah, that'll be kind of nice, I think. It'll just make it that a little bit neater, and it'll make the inside that much different than the exterior. Everything is cleaned up, and I've started deciding on the walls. So like I said, I didn't want this room to be as big as it is, and what I've thought about is having like a separate room. I don't know what these rooms would be. Currently they're just my entrance and exit. I just found that this was the easiest place to get up here directly to this room without making an absolute mess that I can't repair. And yeah, I think this shape's quite nice. It sort of is like a room, and then there's like a little corridor that's open to everything, and then there's another room. I don't know what this room would be either. Maybe bulk storage. Maybe the things that I collect for like shops and stuff, like terracotta and things that have a lot of like the stone, for example, and dirt. But anyway, I've started building up these walls, and I think I want to build them up as high as they will go. The problem is, we've obviously got this globe. Now, I'm not sure how it's going to look if the wall just interacts with that glass there. Anyway, I'm sure you're sick of me building now, so I guess let's get going with a time lapse showing you everything in a super fast build mode. So let's go ahead and roll that time lapse. Before I go into my decisions, I've got to show you a quick clip that I recorded during it because some weird stuff went down. What is going on in the chat? Something weird's happening to him. Scar says help. What is happening? Scar was then slain by Grian. All of this happens. Grian calls him a witch. Give me a rocket. That was the last thing I heard. I don't know what is going on, but I'm scared. Are people getting possessed on the server? I'm not sure. I'm not sure. Good times to Scar was slain by a zombie villager using a wheelchair armrest. What is that zombie villager got a wheelchair armrest for? Scar, you're letting him steal stuff from you as well? I don't know what is going on right now on the server. I am so very confused. Like, I seriously, I don't know. I have no clue. And there we have it. Yes, Grian and Scar making absolute fools of themselves. Who knows what they're up to? I don't know. You have to wait and see what their video does. Anyway, I've done some stuffs. It's daylight now, which is kind of difficult to show you because this room is bright during the day, like properly bright. Like it looks like there's no shadows anywhere. Underneath these, as you saw in the time lapse, are all sea lanterns, and I'm thinking that should be good enough for this. It does look a bit like a record though. There might be a better pattern for this, but I'll leave that up to you guys. It's 5 along here, then 2, and then 1, and 3. But yeah, I don't know. It does look a bit like a record. I wish I hadn't seen that, because now all I can see is a record. But what I'm thinking is I put them in the floor, right? That's the only way to make them flush with the floor. Underneath this, I think I'm going to add like another layer of floor, just so that, you know, you haven't got the pattern going through, because that's going to look messy on the next ceiling of whatever. I don't know where the next one's going to be, to be honest, but yeah, we'll make it neater. And then I thought, why not like continue the carpets all the way round to this side, and then we'll do something similar this side, maybe not with the chest but everything else, and then and the record on the floor, and then we can put lights underneath the carpet. Oh no, we don't even need to actually, because carpet is spawn proof, and so is glass panes, I think. I'm gonna have to double check that one, but if it is, that'll be really cool, right? Because then I'll be able to like leave this in between dark, and then it'll be lit up there and lit up there. Yeah, maybe? That's the plan. Anyway, it's time to add the last few details, and one of those is going to be, surprisingly, water, but I've got empty buckets. I saw that there was a place here. Yeah, look at that. Sea lantern, right? get, well, hopefully if I dig that out, there won't be any issues. But yeah, pour water down there, pour water down there, and then we've got a watery base, which is good, because later on, with the exterior of this base, I do want to add water. Potentially down there, but we'll save that for another time. What do you think of that? I just started like sketching on the wall almost, sort of like we did outside. It looks less like a butterfly in here and more like some weird symbols or something. It's almost like 3 separate symbols as well. I didn't want it to be the case. I wanted it to be one long line in the middle, but then I added more water. Are we surprised? I mean, we have to look at it like this because I haven't done that wall. Because I'm not certain. I need help, guys. I don't know what to do. Like, you know what? I think I'm gonna upload this video and I'm gonna wait to stock all this stuff up with my Hobbit Hole stuff. I'm not gonna move in just yet, just in case you guys suggest something amazing where I'm like, yeah, I should have done that. So I'm gonna wait on you guys for feedback, because I'm actually really not sure about this whole place. I think it works, but like, is it the best thing I could come up with? Probably not. I don't really know. But when you're building interiors for things like this, big things like this, it's very, very difficult to sort of scale down when you need to. But this is meant to be more of a practical room. I think mostly the rug is the thing that's bothering me. So rug is definitely top of the list to get sorted. So from me and my brand new swimmy friends back here, yes, not the non-swimming kind, Cleo. Sorry about that. It's the swimming kind only. That is going to be it for today's episode. Leave a like if you did enjoy, subscribe if you haven't already, and I'll catch you guys all in the next episode. See ya!
When Stanley approached the end of the video, he clicked the subscribe button.